What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here, and this is Advanced Warfare in 60 frames per second. So, in an amazing conflux of events, YouTube has allowed us to start uploading content at 60 frames per second. Advanced Warfare was released. The Game Capture HD 60 was released. So all three of these things came together at the absolute perfect time to allow us to upload to YouTube at 60 frames per second. And Advanced Warfare came out, and it is just perfect timing. So the topic of this video, I really want to kind of start a conversation about our first impressions with Advanced Warfare. Now, I'm going to share my first impressions, but I do not want anybody to take this as, you know, advice on to buy or not to buy Advanced Warfare. This is, I literally have like an hour of gameplay, and I've just been thinking about the game, and I kind of just want to talk about it a little bit, so that's what I'm going to do. I also want to hear what you guys think, their early impressions. You know, what's so different? What's the same? Is it a Call of Duty game? Is it something else? So let me know down in the comments what you guys think, and I'm going to start sharing my impression. So my first impression, honestly, is this is crazy different. I mean, this is not the same Call of Duty that we've been playing for years, year after year here. This is a very, very different Call of Duty game. The exosuits have completely changed up the strategy and the movement and, you know, just about everything about Call of Duty. And it's fun. You know, it is a very fun way to play. You know, early impressions are, this is just, it's like Call of Duty, but it's amped up. Actually, even calling it Call of Duty, you know, it doesn't feel like a Call of Duty game. The only thing telling me that this is a Call of Duty game is the name on the box and the fact that there's a Pick 13 system that feels a lot like Black Ops 2. The weapons feel different, the movement feels very different, the maps are different just to accommodate for the exosuit abilities, and it's just, you know, it's just a crazy new game, and it's going to take a long time, for me personally anyway, to kind of get used to thinking in 3 dimensions in a Call of Duty game. Now, luckily, over the last year or so, we've had some practice. We've had Titanfall, Destiny came out, and that, you know, kind of was a 3-dimensional game, but these maps are designed very, very different than either of those maps. This is a very small, close quarters type of game, but there's just so much verticality. So you might be in a building, and there might be a basement under you and a roof on top of you, and there could be enemies on either one of those. Now, the map helps a lot, but what I found about the map in this game is completely unreliable. It's huge, which is very helpful to kind of, you know, get a handle on your surroundings and, you know, how many enemies are nearby. But some of the very first perks that you unlock in this game will hide you on that radar. So you really don't want to depend on that radar as far as knowing how many or where the enemies are. You just want to kind of use it to get a basic understanding of, you know, kind of like the layout and where enemies might be coming from. But I have gotten burned by this radar multiple times in just the first hour of play, so I really, you know, I'm a little tentative on the radar so far. There's just too many ways to hide yourself off of it. So I really like the guns. I think the guns are really fun. I haven't really unlocked anything super special yet. I did kind of have this like goldish camo BAL, and that was pretty cool. This AK-12 that I'm using in this gameplay, I really enjoy. I think it's pretty accurate. It seems to put down enemies pretty quickly, but I definitely have to turn up my sensitivity. Now, normally when I play first-person shooters, I tend to prefer a lower sensitivity because I prefer to be as accurate as possible when I start firing to being able to fire quicker, and that just is a personal preference. A lot of people will disagree with that. They prefer, you know, very quick snap-on speed and then a little less accuracy once you are snapped on. That's just personal preference. But with this game, I definitely need to amp my sensitivity up because, you know, players are just moving so fast. My player is moving so fast, and between those two things, you really have to be able to rotate your character very, very quickly. And something that I find interesting, and again, this is very early impressions, is that the sensitivity between when you are ADSing and when you're not ADSing seems to be very, very different. Now, of course it's different because, you know, you need more sensitivity when you're actually ADSing and holding that gun up so you can be accurate. But the degree of change seems to be more in this game than what I'm used to in previous games. So that's going to take some getting used to. I think they probably did that because, you know, you might have to be shooting at somebody very, very, very far away. But when you're in close quarters combat, you're going to have to be spinning around like crazy because, you know, there are just enemies coming all over the place. And since the map, since they can be so easily hidden on the map, you need to be able to just spin around and get your coordinates and get your bearings very, very quickly and locate those enemies. One of the odd things about this game that I'm not used to from other games is the amount of times that I'm trying to track a target diagonally, and that's not something that I find easy to do on an Xbox controller. This is the Xbox One version of the game, by the way. I will be picking up the PlayStation 4 version probably this afternoon and giving that a shot, but yeah, this is the Xbox One version that you're watching. And, you know, so that diagonal movement, it's a little bit tougher to kind of track than what I'm used to. But again, you know, this is so early. I've literally had about an hour of game time in this. And my assumption is that, you know, all this stuff, all these skills will get built up over time. And that's what's exciting about the game, right? Is building a whole new set of skills, you know, getting used to the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare way of navigating maps, learning the maps, and learning them in 3 dimensions. You know, I'm running around in these maps and I'm thinking, oh, I don't want to go there. That is like, you know, it's a long line of sight. There's too many entrances, but, you know, then I turn a corner, then I turn another corner, and all of these areas look like areas that I would try and avoid in other Call of Duty games. So it's going to be a new learning experience, how to navigate these maps that are just built for these exosuits and this really quick player movement that is just so new in Advanced Warfare. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right off the bat. I'm having fun. I got some tentative reservations. Not sure, you know, how long a tail this game is going to have yet. I've only played it for an hour. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Your early impressions of this game. What's really standing out to you? Is it a huge change from Call of Duty's previous, or is this just another Call of Duty and you wish they had changed it even more than they already did? My opinion is they changed it quite a bit. So thank you for watching this video. Hit that like button if you're new to the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.